to show that a few times. Because if y'all like me, y'all just don't get it. I figured I'd show it a couple of times driving off the cliff. So I want y'all to imagine right now that we're all in a nice sports car. It's a convertible. I got my hair blowing. Why y'all tripping, man? I got my hair blowing. Speaking of my faith, got my hair blowing through the wind. You know, we're jamming to some gangster rap, Christian gangster rap. Just kidding. Change the music, change the life. So we're jamming out, man. We're having the time of our lives. We're wide open. And then we come upon this cliff. You know, you're riding down the road. You're wide open, and you've seen. Let's just say we're all in different vehicles, and let's just say that you're watching other people do exactly what just happened here. They're going over the cliff, and then another one went over the cliff. So what's going to stop you from going over the cliff? Or what's going to keep you moving forward? You know, what thoughts are you thinking that, or let me say it like this. What would keep you, if you just witnessed everybody else go over the cliff, what's going to keep you on that path? What's going to keep you on that path? What kind of thoughts do you think? Well, if you're like me, it's not going to happen to me. They just couldn't drive. They ain't got it like I got it. You ever think things like that? I can turn before it gets too late. See, I can hold on. I've watched them go across the cliff. I've watched them go over. They were just going a little too fast. Maybe I'll slow down just a little bit, and it won't be so bad for me. Anybody ever thought them kind of things? Man, I think them. Even to this day, I catch myself thinking them. So what would stop me? Probably for me, it would be the one about, I think I'm a good driver. I should have been in NASCAR. I really kind of think that sometimes. I miss my calling. I love, that's good stuff now. I really feel like you put me in one of them cars, I could have stayed right there with them. I probably would have killed myself. What's that? Except when we drive in the mountains. Oh my goodness. Boy, look, if you come across some of them roads, I'm like, no. You drive, baby, you drive. I can't do it, man. Them mountain roads mess me up. But I know I'm going to die here. I got that one. I know I'm going to die. But you think I can slow down. I'm not sure if it's pride or arrogance. I'm not sure if it's just because we love the things we're doing, the sin, the lifestyle. We love playing that game that we think's a game that's not really a game. I don't know what it is that keeps us on that path of destruction. What keeps us on that path that we watch so many people go over the side of the cliff? You know, you watch maybe it's your family before you, straight over the cliff. You've watched parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, friends, straight off the cliff. And still we get it in our head that I can make it. I can make it. It's not a big deal. I'm the exception to the rule. Is that the truth? Do we think that? We do. We love the sin sometimes. We love the things that keep us from turning around. The Bible's clear about it in 2 Chronicles 7:14. It says, if my people, y'all know this verse, who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek me. It means you have to seek after God. You have to do something. See, so many people, they trip me out, man. They're just sitting here waiting on God to wave a magic wand. Get them off the couch, get them to a meeting, get them to church, get them to do something. And the Bible's clear. It says, if you seek me and humble yourselves. And then what? Turn. So that means if you'll seek him, humble yourself, and turn. That's how you get off the path of destruction. That's how you get it back in line. That's how your life might get saved. Whatever it is, you have to turn from their wicked ways. Then it says, I will hear from heaven forgive their sin, and heal them. Step 3 says this. We made a decision to what? To turn our will and our lives over to the care of God. You have to make that decision. You have to put it into action if you want a better life. Proverbs 14:12 says it like this. It says, there is a way that seems right to a man, but in the end it leads to death. Let me ask you this. So have you ever started off to do something? You started off doing something and you just knew it wasn't right. You knew it wasn't right. That was the day? Every day? Yeah. You knew it wasn't right. You even got convicted about it. You started off to do it and you're like, oh man, oh no, I shouldn't. Did it. And they're like, man, come on, homie. What's up? Come on. Come on out, man. You can, whatever it is, you feel that feeling. You get the conviction, but you do it anyway. Maybe it started off like this. Hold my beer. And a lot of them start off that way, don't they? Hold my beer. And then the worst seems to happen right after that, right? Oh, there's a lot of good videos on YouTube for that, but I couldn't find any I could play in church, so y'all didn't get one. But we get caught up in these sins and desires that we have, don't we? All these temptations and things that we think is going to be good. We think all the time, man, it just feels so good. It feels good. And we get caught up in that. But the problem is, it never does for long, does it? It never feels good for too long. They don't tell you that when you start off smoking weed or start off you start off just drinking a couple beers. Ends up being binge drinking. But you might say, the devil made me do it. Anybody say that? But the devil made me do it. It's the devil's fault. I wonder how many times a day the devil gets blamed for something. Can you imagine? All the time, the devil made me do it. See, listen, I'm not negating the fact that there's an enemy. There is a darkness. There is the Bible calls him Lucifer. I'm not saying that that's not true. I'm just saying we give him entirely too much power. We have to make the choice. Sure, you're tempted, but you have a choice to make in that. He's waiting on you. But listen, not all the demons in hell can send you there. It's your choices that lead to destruction. Without a change of heart and mind and true repentance, we're going to, maybe I'm going to take you back to your days when your grandma used to come in there and say, you're going to hell in a handbasket. Anybody ever heard that? Some of y'all probably have. Some of y'all heard this one. But you're going to hell in a handbasket. Somebody ever said that to you? You've heard that saying, right? Kind of a crazy saying. But what it basically means is you're rapidly deteriorating in life. You're going straight down. You're on a course for disaster. And to be honest with you, that's a lot of our lives, ain't it? A lot of our lives are going the same way, straight to destruction, straight to death. Well, check this out. During the French Revolution, you can show that next picture, there was the capital punishment, or the death sentence, was by guillotine. By this thing. It's pretty nasty, ain't it? Yeah, I know, ain't it? But it was by guillotine. What they would do is they would chop off a person's head and drop it into a handbasket and do away with it. Supposedly being delivered, when they did this, so they stick somebody's head in here, and once it got in there, once they sentenced them to death, they would stick it in there, tie them up, make them bound, and then they would, and it would come off their body, be detached from their body, and somebody would go down there and catch it in a basket. And the tale, or the fable, or whatever they would say, is that they would go straight to hell in a handbasket. That's if they could get the head and take off with it. That's pretty wild, ain't it? That's some pretty wild stuff out there. But I started thinking about this, and the Bible talks about your head, and it controls your body. And check this out. It says that our thoughts and desires come in through our eyes and our ears. So, think about this. Your eyes control what comes into your body, into your mind. What are you bringing in every day?
Garbage in, garbage
What
out.
are you hearing? Yeah, it's the same old thing, year after year after year. What are you bringing in to your mind, to your head? What's going over and over and over? See, our minds control our will and our emotions. And one of the things you hear people say, they say, well, the devil wants your soul. Y'all have heard me say this a few times. Your soul, that's true. Your soul is your mind, your will, and your emotions. If the enemy can get your mind, he can capture your will, and he takes your emotions. Anybody ever been there? What's going on with this floor? Maybe I just need to move up. But yeah, you can, what comes into your mind, what comes into your ears on a daily basis? I have to wonder if we stay on, or if you and me both, if we stay on the path that we're on in life, will we be on a path of destruction? Will you be going to hell in a handbasket? Will the things that come into your mind, the things that come into your ears, will that be sending your body on a course for destruction? What are you taking in? What is the path of destruction? Do you love sin? Check this out. Mark 7:21 says, for from, within the heart of men proceeds evil thoughts. The heart is the mind. It's what you take in. It's what you feel about something. So it's from within the heart that we produce and what precedes evil thoughts. Matthew 6:22 says, the eye is the lamp of the body. And it's said that the eye is the gateway to the soul. What are you looking at? What are you listening to? What are you taking in? I want y'all to process this and think about this. Really, really consider your ways, consider your actions. I'm telling you, you change your music and it'll change your life. That is the honest to God truth. People say all the time, they say, you know, I'm coming up on 11 years clean and sober. And they say, how do you do it? Listen, it's God. I'm telling you, God changed me. God set me free. I've been free for coming up on 11 years, and I'm so grateful. But there's also something you have to do. Listen, you cannot put the music you used to listen to into your mind and expect to think about something different. Man, if you're jamming out on this road right here and you're just listening to the same rap music or, man, shoot them up, blow them up, smoke them up, whatever. Inhale, exhale, yeah. Come along here, right? Old school, yeah. Old school. Are you, listen, it could be country. When you listen to country, you get in the country about 10, 15 minutes in, where you can be sharpening your knife, thinking about your homeboy or your boy down the road that's messing with your wife. And so whatever you take in, it's very, y'all looking at me crazy now. but y'all feeling you can't help but think these things. You're singing them over and over and over, and I don't went off on a tangent now, but this is completely off the what I got written down. But you listen to this stuff over and over and over, and then you come in and you say, I wonder why I can't quit thinking about this. Come on, man. I mean, I do it too. I don't tell you how many times I smoked weed to Hotel California or give me 3 steps, give me 3. And boy, I'll be listening to that. Give me 3 steps, give me. Ooh, no, turn that crap off. And I gotta catch myself. I'm not saying that you can't ever listen to anything ever, but I'm just telling you, think about it. Think about what's coming into your brain. Think about what you're jamming to. And I'm going to get off of that so we can go on. But it really does lead to the path of destruction.
Amen.
I remember years ago, I got so good at lying when I was in my addiction and all. I told y'all, they should give Oscars for that. Not to the people that in Hollywood. It should be to drug addicts, alcoholics, and all that kind of thing, because they're the best actors that there is. Manipulation. But I got so good at lying that I was beginning to get proud of it. Somebody over here too? Y'all was good? I'm telling you, you should get an Oscar. Maybe we'll make some up and give them out one night. Anyway, just kidding. But, lying turns to what? It turns into, the word calls it deceitfulness. See, it becomes a stronghold. You start lying and you get away with it, you get a little, ooh, I got away with that. See, really, let me tell you what it is. It's all chemical releases. Pornography, sex, drugs, alcohol, it's all a chemical release. I mean, to release something and you get addicted to that feeling. You get addicted to that serotonin or that dopamine release. And that's what we have to war against and battle against is the addiction to want to always feel better. To have to medicate to do so. Listen, there really is no high like the Most High. I mean, people, well, I'm getting all off the, we might preach tonight.
Come on, bud.
Man, I'm telling you, there is when this stuff gets released in your brain and you start liking yourself better on drugs and alcohol than you do off of drugs and alcohol, there's a problem. See, we start thinking, well, I just want to loosen up. I just want to feel better. I just want to be a little different. I just want to be whatever it is. See, that's not real. That's not reality. There's nothing wrong with you. You were created in the image of Almighty God. He breathed His life into you. You are made for so much more than that. Don't get caught up in that any longer. You don't have to. Let me move on. So I remember being so good at it that it really did become a stronghold in my life. Lied about everything. And I got away with it. Over and over. I became a deceiver. And all the time, just for the heck of it. It's crazy how that happens. If the truth sets you free, then what binds you? It's deception. It's lies. What are you believing? What lies have been spit into your life? What have you taken in to your head through your eyes or through your ears? Think about these things. Consider your ways. What are you taking in? What are you listening to? What are you hearing? What are you seeing? People trip me out, man. They a lot of times have, pornography issues, and that's been a struggle of mine, off and on, and I get it. But they say, man, I can't quit looking at porn. I can't quit lusting after women or whatever. And what are you looking at? Over and over and over and over. You can't think wholesome thoughts about, oh, bless you, my child. When you're looking at www. whatever, you can't do it. It's impossible. Y'all don't get this nowhere else, do you? All right. So lust leads to pornography, and then that leads to, man, I just need some strange. I just need to get something. I just need a little something different. Yeah, I need something else. And then that leads to an affair. And see, that's, oh man, but it feels so good. But then that leads to a broken home. And that leads to a broken marriage. And that leads to kids crying, wives crying, husbands crying. See, it feels so good at first, man, to smoke a joint and to buzz out and just to get, into a relationship. You get them feelings. But it never ends well, does it? Never ends well. It really doesn't. The devil's a deceiver. He deceives you into believing these things. But it looks so good. Envy, greed, I want what they got. Look at them, look at this. I want some of that. Why not me? Alcohol, drugs, judgmental, unbelief, all lead to bad decisions. Every one of them leads to another bad decision after another bad decision. And it causes you to be depressed. And eventually, the word says it all leads to death. And there's something worse than death. There's a worse place than death. Romans 8:5 says, those who live according to the sinful nature have their mind set on what the natural desires. Lying, cheating, money, medications, fame, pride, sex, food.
7 deadly sins.
Everything, man. That's what think about this. What controls you? What is your mind set on? Anything that is an idol. But those who live in accordance with the Spirit have their mind set on something greater. Something far, far better than that. It says they have their mind set on love, peace. Anybody, you ever just felt true peace? You ever just been at peace? Let me tell you something. When I got arrested, I was out my mind. I had been doing drugs for so long that I prayed it in a couple days before, a day or two before, and I asked God to set me free. I asked Him to kill me. I said, God, I'm just begging you to kill me because I'm going to turn my son into what I am. So just kill me because I'll never beat this. So I said that, and I was sincere. I said, kill me or help me because I give up. I surrender. I'm done. I'll never beat this. And see, I was done. It's the first time in my life that I had let it go. That I said a sincere prayer, God, help me. Kill me or help me. And I didn't think nothing else about it. But I got arrested at a roadblock, and I was, I'd already got me some dope. I was good, man. I was coming home, and I'll never forget it as long as I live. I'm sitting here thinking that it's a wreck or something up here, and they stormed the truck, snatched me out the truck, and it's the craziest thing, man. Every other time, it's like I didn't hear the voice of God, but I felt just what I was talking about. I felt peace. I felt just pure peace. And for a drug addict that had a rage inside of me, that felt so good. I hadn't felt nothing like that, probably ever. But I felt pure peace, and I knew it was going to be okay. So peace is awesome. Joy, helping others. A good home, morals, salvation. What motivates you? What drives you? It says the mind of a sinful man is death. Death. Don't even put it, doesn't say, it's kind of bad. It says death. Hostile to God. It won't submit to God's law, nor can it do so. So the mind of a sinful man, it says it can't even submit to it. It can't. That's pretty crazy, really, to think about. Nor can it do so. See, I'm not your judge, and I don't judge anybody. Listen, man, you do what you do, and I'm praying for you, and honestly, I promise you, there's not one judgmental bone in my body, I don't think. I just want to help people. I just know where it leads. So I'm not casting a judgment on anybody. I just really don't want to see you go down that road because I don't like doing funerals. They stink, man. I hate them. So you can say, don't judge me. Don't judge me. That's how they say, right? Ask yourself, is this me? Am I the one he's talking about tonight? Do I love sin, or when I mess up, does my conscience eat me alive? Does your conscience get you? You can show this next pic. Is my head leading my heart and soul straight to hell? This, you can't see it real good, this is a tub full of poo-poo water. This is a backup. I was trying to think, how can I best describe, yeah, are you see it now? How can I best describe what it's like to have all these things in your life? So would you bathe in this? You want to bathe in that? It's the same way when you allow all these things into your life. It's nasty. It gets you stanky. It gets you stank. It will mess you up. Okay, making sure she took it off. So, only God can judge you, but that day is going to come. That day will come. You really would rather me judge you than God, probably. So, are you on that path of destruction tonight? Are the things you're doing, the things that you love, the things you desire, are they fixed? fixed on the nature, the natural, the flesh? or is it a spiritual nature? Where are you at tonight? What are you thinking tonight? Repent just means to turn from the sins and desires leading you to death and turn to life. To repent. It's interesting. There are 3 drugs used in lethal injection. You know, when somebody's sentenced to death, there are 3 drugs they use. The first drug is used to induce unconsciousness. So this is what they say, it kind of feels good. Makes you feel a little bit woozy. It's just inducing unconsciousness. They said the second drug is meant to paralyze you, stiffens you up, makes you where you can't do nothing. You're just bound. So the second one paralyzes you, and the third injection that they give you is what stops your heart. So think about it spiritually. Where are you at tonight? Are you just in that buzz stage where you're just unconscious, man? You're just kind of out there, just kind of fumbling around through life. I think I might do this. I think I might get involved in this. I might need a drink. I might need a drug. I'm still going to get in this relationship. I'm still going to doubt. Still going to keep my pride. Not going to forgive them. So where are you at? Are you at the first shot? Are you at the second one? Where it's gotten to be so bad that you're bound up? You're paralyzed. You can't move? Are you at the third one? Has it gotten to your heart? Has it killed off things in your life? What has it destroyed? It's death. That's what the Bible says, it's death. Very interestingly, the average time for a person that's on death row, anybody know? It's 10 to 15 years. So when they're sentenced to death, they have to wait 10 or 15 years before they're actually killed. It's about the same for drug addiction and alcohol addiction. The average person that is addicted is usually arranged from 10 to 15 years if they get out alive. It's a death sentence. It is a death sentence. Where are you at? What have you allowed into your life? Has it gotten to your heart? Do you love it? Do you cherish the sin in your heart? See, your actions until tonight had put you on death row, had given you a death sentence. But there's good news. There's really good news. See, somebody came thousands of years ago and he took that for you on the cross. He paid that debt. He set your bond. He set you free. All you got to do is get out of it. Accept it. So listen, we're gonna play one more song. I'm asking you to turn it around tonight. Listen, you might be here and just be having to get a slip signed. You might be here just because somebody said, man, if you don't come, I'm gonna leave you, or whatever it is. But you're here by divine appointment. You are here because God got you here tonight. There's a reason for that. Don't doubt that any longer. It's so you can turn your life around, so He can help you turn your life around. But you got to give it to Him. You got to put that into action. You got to do something. Will you give it to Him tonight?